coming to you from my house. It's dark at the moment, so sorry about that. I'm trying to get it on its little thing. I'm trying to sort of put things away and what have you. It's so dark. I could put the light on, but I'm not staying in here. I'm going to go outside to do this live stream because it's better outside. Take my phone. I need to text my mum. She's asleep at the moment, and if she wakes up when I'm outside and she sees a text that I've sent her previously, she'll get confused, because the last text I told her was that I'd come home to find that the door was locked, like proper locked, so I couldn't get in, and she was asleep. And obviously I tried to ring the bell to get her attention, but she was in such a deep sleep that she wouldn't answer the phone or the door or anything, so I've texted her, rang her and everything. So if she sees the text I've left her about not being able to get in, she might panic thinking, where am I now, sort of thing, you know, am I back home? So I'm just gonna... There we go. I've just messaged her now, just so that she doesn't panic, because the last message was, why have you put the lock on if you were planning on going to sleep? So if she wakes up to that text, she'll probably think, oh shit, I've locked her out, sort of thing. And where is she now? What have you? Why? Richard just said why to my there's live streaming? Like, why am I live streaming? Richard R.N. LeMayo. I'm gonna go over here because the light's a bit shit over there. Yeah, the light's better here. So this is what I'm wearing now. I can't take any pictures or videos because I've got no space on either phone, so I can't do any videos or pictures. I really like this outfit so much. This is not what I went out in today. It's been too warm to wear this. I've just think I wore these shorts and yeah, I don't think the outfit was very interesting. So when I came home, I had a bit of a rest because I came home to find my mum was asleep. So I thought, oh, I've got time to myself without getting minded and do this, do that, you know, get me a cup of tea, do dinner, blah, blah, blah. I thought, oh, I've got time, you know, while my mum's like having a sleep. So I thought I'll have a bit, I wasn't sure whether to live stream first or have a rest. I was really knackered, so I thought, oh, I'm going to have a rest. So I had a rest in my bed. So I basically took off my clothes and lay in bed for a bit. And now I've decided to put this outfit onto live stream because I just didn't want to wear that same outfit that I went out in because I just wasn't as impressed with the outfit. There's nothing wrong with the outfit, it's just boring. Like, I wanted to wear something more interesting, especially something I've worn before but not managed to live stream it wearing. I also wanted to live stream seeing as how my face is all good because today is my last day of wearing steroid cream. So I normally have about a 3-day break of steroid cream. So in about 3 days, my face was going to be all red and blotchy and I'm going to feel horrible and it's going to be painful and all that shit. I hope she'll be easy on me when she wakes up because I'm really tired, so I really don't want to be doing like a lot. I just want to relax now, to be honest. I don't really want to be doing a bunch of chores or do this, do that, or I'm hoping she's not going to be nasty. She's been okay with me recently, but last night she really had a go at me. I've got a video, like, not a video, a voice recording. I'm just gonna get.
Just a minute, let me just do this. I'm doing it. Later, tomorrow. Just a minute. Need to do this. Need to do that. Nothing is ever. Oh, okay then. Okay then.
I had to prop my phone up. That's what that was about. I was trying to prop my phone up so that the torch could be shining on the thing. Fortunately, I didn't get that on the recording, but she repeatedly called me stupid at one point because I didn't know what I was doing with this blow up bed thing. It's like it was so simple. I thought, yeah, that's fine, I can do that. But she still kind of asked me to do a certain thing that seemed more complicated. It's like, I don't know, she's just calling me stupid, and it's like, but all I have to do is blow up this thing. Why are you making such a big deal about it? My mum was the one who was making a big deal about it, as if it was more complicated than it was. And if she starts to make a big deal out of something, I start to panic sometimes. Like, normally she'll make a big deal about something that isn't a big deal at all. So, crack. Ugh. My neck's cracking a lot. Can you hear that? That's the Zumba class at work. That's the Zumba class doing their thing. I used to be a member of that Zumba class. So it's right next door. I figured I may as well go to the Zumba class to socialise and do an activity. So I've always wanted to go to some kind of class so that I could like get a chance to like make friends and socialise and do an activity other than my usual. So about 3 years ago I started going to the Zumba class. After a while, it was okay. It was kind of fun, but I don't know. I found it really exhausting, and I would get all sweaty and then itchy and exhausted and ugh. Now I have the most energy. Well, like mental energy I have a lot at night, but physical energy I have more during the day. So I would prefer to do like something like Zumba during the day, but this was in the evening, so like 7 o'clock. So it would be after dinner as well, because we had dinner before 7. Well, back then we did anyway. Now we do actually have dinner at 8, so I could probably go to Zumba and then have dinner when I came home now. But I don't know if you know this, but my mum has had breathing problems again recently because we've had another bloody rat. Now I thought that all those rats that we had before were killed off with the poison. And now because there's no more lockdowns, I thought all the other rats would have gone back to their, the dumpsters and behind restaurants and takeaway places. Well, anyway, so we got another rat. The first rat ate the poison. We had one last poison packet left from the council. That rat ate the poison and obviously died off. Then we got another rat just recently. Of course, there's no poison left, so I had to ask my neighbour for some more poison because I did not want to go with the council again. I've already tried to get in touch with the council to get them to do their follow-up visit, but I couldn't get hold of this bloke. He said, ring me in a couple of weeks. That was last year now. I rang him, couldn't get him on the number, so I rang the council. They said they'd take care of it. Nothing was done about it. But I thought, that's okay, there's no more rats now, it's fine. But anyway, a year later, we got 2 more rats. 1 more packet remained. Second time, I thought I was going to ring the council, but I thought they'd probably charge me another 150 quid just to put a few poison packets around. And I can get like poison for 5 quid on the internet. But I thought, even better, I could get it for free. My neighbour has some poison, so I thought I'll ask her if she's got any leftover poison, because they got poison for killing off rats. Even though they didn't actually have rats in their house, but for some reason they killed off rats even though they were just in the garden. So I decided to take liberty and ask if they have any poison I could borrow. Luckily they did have some. It's like a whole new batch of poison as well. Like, you know, it looks like it's been untouched. So they just have it around the house just in case, I guess. So anyway, they gave that to me. I put about 3 blocks out. It took a while, but this rat's finally eaten all 3 of them. So I think that rat's gone now, but my mum's still having breathing problems, and I think it's because I still have to, like, clean the whole house since the last rats, you know. So I did that. Yet yesterday, I went out, and then when I came back home, unfortunately it was quite late, and I promised my mum that I would hoover at some point yesterday. So I hoovered the living room yesterday, like she wanted, and I also helped her with this new blow-up bed that she's got, because she's sick of lying in this hole on the couch. Because she lives in the living room, on her chaise longue. She can't go upstairs anymore to her bedroom, so she lives downstairs. And after she's bought this blow-up bed, I'm like, why don't you just, you know, sleep? But I've only just thought of that now. So I shall remind her of this, and maybe she'll think, oh yeah, and send this bloody thing back. Because it's just one more thing that's now going to take up space in the house. Remember I told you the house was cluttered, but she keeps blaming me for the fact that it's cluttered. It's like, no, you keep buying things, and big things at that. Now, she's the one who bought 6 chairs, even though we already had over 6 chairs already for the table. So now we had to find places for all these chairs. So now there's like 2 chairs stacked up in each room now. For these extra chairs. Then she bought a suite, meaning a chair and a couch of the same set. Even though we already had like that sort of thing. And we didn't have space to put anything else because Granddad had died, and of course we had to bring in his stuff into our house. So it was part Granddad's stuff taking up space, and it was part my mum buying big stuff to replace the stuff we already had. Hi Issa, I'm glad to see you as well. Yeah, I thought it's been a long time, so I thought I would, you know, do a stream today. I wanted to do one yesterday, but obviously when I came home it was late. It was actually dinner time, and I promised I would, like I say, hoover, so I did that also while doing dinner. So I had no time to do a live stream, unfortunately. I just actually had no time, because I've been getting up late, and I've been having to do dinner before I go out. So I end up going out late. And then by the time I come home, it's late, and I have to sort of pour up dinner and get changed. So I've had no time to, with this new routine I've been doing, I've had no time to do a live stream, unfortunately. Do a walking video. Don't forget to become a Patreon, guys. I've also made a video of this guy who actually paid to talk to me. He said he put money in my PayPal just so he could send me a note so he could get hold of me. So apparently he tried to get hold of me in other ways. But he started to get a bit too, like, if I didn't reply to him within an hour, he would start going, if you're not interested, then just say. And he started to get a bit annoying and like clingy and a bit like stalkery. So I could see he'd messaged me in different places, and he'd sent loads of messages, so like loads of emails, as well as this note and all that sort of thing. So I basically had to call him out for being kind of creepy and kind of like too pushy. Like, just because I didn't reply to him like as fast as he obviously wanted me to reply to him, he got upset about it. So I had to sort of tell him off for that. And then you know what he said? This guy was from Phoebe, and I had made a post on Phoebe about how people kept ghosting me and stuff. And do you know what he said as an insult after I called him out? He said, oh, no wonder people keep ghosting and it's your bad attitude and blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, I don't have a bad attitude. I've had to call you out. That's why I'm being nasty to you, because it's your fault. Phoebe the dumpster fire site on mind. Yeah, I know. It's a shit. I don't really like Phoebe anymore because the people are just assholes on there now. It started out alright, but people have just decided to be assholes. I wish we could go to the wall. I don't like being stuck in this area. I want to wander in the garden. You guys don't mind if I wander about, do you? And I just leave the phone here because if I take the phone with me, it's gonna conk. I mean, I suppose I could live stream on this one. Creepy people. They sure are. That's why I'm having such trouble finding a boyfriend, because they all just want me for sex, all these guys. It's really upsetting. I've been talking to Becky and everybody on here about it, about how it's hard to find somebody who wants a relationship with me, because they all just seem to want me for sex. Did I do that? Was so funny. So anyway, you don't mind if I just go wandering around the garden. You'll still be able to see me. I just can't take this with me because it'll cut off. So I'll just do that. I'm just going to wander down there and I'll report to you what I see, okay? If I see anything interesting. Wander away. Thank you, Issa. How are you doing anyway? I've been really annoyed because I've arranged loads of meets with guys and even girls, and none of them have gone through. They've all either ghosted me or cancelled. Or they'll just cancel and text me and say I can't make it, but then they'll ghost me shortly after. And it's really annoying. It's been so hot here, too fat and sweaty. Okay. I wish you could come swimming with me then. So you can show off your big fat body to everyone and me. Because I'm dying to have a fat guy I can just, whose love handles and belly I can play with, and their fat, sexy, soft waist. I'm going to see what that racket's about. I'll be right back. Just put your comments about what I've been going through and just let me know what you've been going through. It's really hot today as well, yeah, for me. It's not as hot as it was last July, though. Remember, we had that heat wave. It's not that hot yet, luckily, and fingers crossed it won't get that bad. The way it is now is fine for me. It's not too hot, but it's not too cold. Okay, I'll be right back. It is a dog thing. Restricted as far as little fit, although I can't imagine the bone structure will change that much. This isn't a better. There's like a couple of sort of downsides.
universe or whatever isn't providing, because you can't really be expected to get out there as well as deal with your mum's crap, because she's kind of almost made it all or nothing. Where it's like you're either dedicated to her your entire life all the time, or she's consider you dead. You know, like it's her fault the two extremes there.
Sorry.
I do want to see this documentary, Becky. I know about all the things.
Well, we can do it.
As a woman, that's not a good idea. But as a man, yes, I would definitely.
Hang on, I just want to get this bit right.
And this closeness.
No, wait. Which one was it?
I did want to have this like dating experience.
Has quite in this
So really, it's kind of weird.
I'm getting grotted.
Quite a hard situation.
Where is the bit?
I mean, I'm okay. Like at the moment, I'm okay being gender fluid and having.
No, that's not the bit.
Like, boyfriends.
But it's not that one then. Sorry.
And now here's the kicker. If I'm just not meant, maybe it's a possibility.
It's one bit.
That the universe thinks I'm just not meant to have all these experiences because the universe wants me to have the right experience. You never know, do you? So maybe the universe thinks, nah, you're not to have any of these experiences that you want, because we, the universe, or God, again, whoever the higher power is, we think that what's best for you is to have the right person. And it's going to take a little while because we haven't created him yet. The universe hasn't created him yet. Or his intimate person is destined for me. We don't want you to have all these bad experiences. We want you to have one good, brilliant experience for the rest of your life. You know, maybe that is what the universe is thinking. What do you think? So that is one possibility, and that's what I like to think is going on. The second possibility is that maybe nothing's happening for me because, you know, I'm still at home living at my mum, you know, I'm still living with my mum. I have to be a carer for my mum, and the universe is thinking, well, you've chosen to be a carer for your mum, so now you have to give your all to that, and you don't have the time or the space in your heart and brain and time for a husband, wife, boyfriend or girlfriend. So we're not going to give you any of that because, you know, you've chosen this life, so you have to. So, you know, that makes me think, oh shit, so maybe I should just leave home, because then I'll get the experiences I want, because it takes me moving out to get that. So that's the thing I don't want to think about. That's the thing that makes me like upset, to think that that could be the reason. So I don't know which it is. And I wish I knew how to find out so I could make my decision a bit better. Because if it's just a case of waiting and that like better things are destined for me if I'm just patient, then I can be patient. Absolutely. I could just sit back here and just, you know, and stop being frustrated and just wait for things to happen as they're supposed to. But if it's something that I have to do, like I have to do a certain thing first before anything can happen, and I'm just wasting time, then obviously that makes me anxious to think that way. So I really need to know which it is so I can relax. I'm hoping it's the former, because then I can just relax and just go on as things are and just, you know I can know that things are going to improve for me one day and I'm going to get the things I want someday. But if it depends on me making a decision and I'm not making the right one, then obviously that makes me anxious, the thought that I'm possibly not making the right decision. It could also be just a case of decluttering the house and then I'll get whatever I want, you know. Because, you know, having a cluttered house is supposed to hinder you getting things you want, you know, mental blockages and all. I need to know, really, but I don't know. So it makes me anxious and nervous.
Yeah. I grew up sort of believing that things would just happen for those who waited and were just patient. And obviously I knew you had to make some efforts. Don't get me wrong. Some people do say that if you just do nothing, things will come to you. And there's like a great power in just like doing nothing and just like waiting and just being calm and relaxed about things. And the idea of that actually does make me happier. Like the idea that if I just work hard and I do what I'm supposed to do, like in this case, I'm supposed to clean the house, I'm supposed to look after my mum, you know, I'm supposed to cook at the moment and provide whatever my mum needs. And if I just keep doing that, one day things that I actually want are gonna, come to me. But as long as I'm sort of patient and I stay calm and I don't get like anxious and like upset or whatever. But the thought that I am not doing the right things and that I could be the one holding myself back by not making the right choices and decisions, that does make me more anxious. You do not want to be in my head right now. It's like, it's awful. It's like one minute I'm kind of like, I feel content, and then the next minute I'm sort of thinking, oh shit, am I doing the right thing? And then I'm like, but if I change my life drastically by just moving out, am I gonna be like worse off? Awake, seeing messages. Okay. So this is Becky's reply, which makes me anxious, by the way. So she thinks it is me, basically.
I think in regards to transitioning,
Oh, not that bit.
there's a couple
Sorry,
of
no, not that
things
bit.
that you might want to bear in mind. First being
That is interesting. That is interesting, though.
I mean, personally, I don't, I don't really believe in all that universe gubbins, but
Gubbins, eh?
personally, I, because you're reading stuff and, just sort of along for the ride and just watching. People eat popcorn when they watch things, like films. You can't participate in a film, you just sit there and eat popcorn, and then, what was I on about? Shit.
Ignore that bit. Okay, that's not the bit then.
That was it. The universe is just a chaotic mess of nonsense, so I wouldn't rely on the universe's opinions.
I think it's all like meant to be in
For stuff, personally, I would
believe in
say
it.
that the one outlier is the unusual circumstance of your employment/captivity. So I would say that you can't really be expected to get out there as well as deal with your mum's crap, because she's kind of the one that's made it all or nothing, where it's like you're either dedicated to her your entire life all the time, or she's gonna consider you dead. Like, it's her fault the two extremes are
Oh, you
there,
did? Yeah, it looks that way. Usual. It does feel like it was longer than usual. I didn't want to disturb you, so I thought I'll just go in the back way.
I had such a bad night last night. I was awake until, 8 o'clock this morning. Had my tablets, which was painkillers. Slept on the settee. Knackered.
Yeah. Are you giving up on that bed thing then? Are you gonna send it back?
I'm not sure whether it's partly it's because it wasn't scooped up enough. It certainly felt like it had gone down. But I was not having it hard and
Well, you can always blow it up more. But
I
I'm just.
thought, well, give it another go. But do it, time it. Time it.
And do the
Forget
4.
about hearing sounds in your ear holes. Time it.
And do the 4 minutes. Well, I'm just thinking, do we really need another thing when you've already got a bed? It occurred to me, you've already got another bed.
Yeah, but that's the problem with that curtain is it's got no headboard. And what I was hoping, here's what I was hoping. I was hoping, and because of that, the mattress part,
Yeah.
it's not that comfortable anymore. When he first bought it was lovely.
It's flat
then
now.
it goes thinner and thinner, it's like that.
And you can feel the bars underneath. Yeah.
It's giving me trouble with my hips and stuff.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if one reason I thought was, well, you just killed that off. I've had that for so many years, Kirsten. Look what you've done, you just killed it.
Sorry.
Sorry. That was very, funny.
She's grumbling about some plants I've not watered now. I knew she'd have to moan at me about something. She always does. Miss the streams. Issa, how are you? Wish that you could find a nice boyfriend that would have big soft belly. Yeah. Sadly, people have been cancelled. Meetup, boss. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. I could have met up with loads of people, you know, every single time. I had arrangements for every single one of the days that I normally go out. I had a different guy arranged to meet up for each of the different days, and every single one of them cancelled or ghosted. I cannot believe it. For the last 3 weeks, I had every single one of the days I go out accounted for, and then they all cancelled. I've not met up with one, not one. I cannot believe it. Think of how much fun I could have had. And you know how I'm absolutely sick of like going out on my own. Like every time I go out on my own, and have done for a long time. So I'm just getting a bit sick of it. Like there's nothing wrong with going out on my own, but I'm getting sick of it because I've been going out alone for many years now. Like before 3 years ago, it was just out with my mum, and I started to get sick of that because I wanted to like go out with other people. You know, I wanted to meet new friends and hang around with people other than my mother. I know that sounds bad, but like having just my mum in my life just wasn't enough. I needed like more people in my life to be satisfied. Like, especially because every time my mum went out with me, she would always have a go at me for something. Usually because I get distracted easily. Like, if I see a fat guy, obviously I'm looking at the fat guy. Or if I see a nice fluffy dog, I'm looking at the fluffy dog. And my mum's like, concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. And it's like, concentrate on me, pay attention to me. And even when we did meet up with other people, she would grumble about it afterwards, saying, oh, you didn't pay enough attention to me. It's like, actually, I paid equal amount of attention to her as I did the bloke that we met up with. But if I was to give the bloke more attention than her, that would be quite plausible, seeing as how I don't know this bloke as well, and I need to sort of get to know him more. And I'm always with my mum, so it's like I'm always giving you attention and talking to you. Like for once, I'm a bit more because I know all there is to know about you. I need to get to know that. And my mum's always going on about how I should get to know a guy first before anything happens with them. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get to know them if you just want me to talk to you and just basically ignore them? It's like, come on, man. Of course I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to them than you, because I'm with you all the time versus this is a new person. So I want to talk to this person more and get to know them. It's like, obviously I'm not going to ignore my mum because that would be rude. Everyone was included. I don't know what she was moaning about. Everybody was included. But anyway, in the last 3 years, as you know. So this is actually the perfect time for me to have a friend or a boyfriend that I can go out with, because I go out, you know, a lot. So it means I do have time to dedicate to a guy or a girl or whatever, you know, friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So I do have the chance now to give some time to another person, and yet the universe is not blessing me with this. And I believe in the universe because I think it just seems to be very odd that some people get like an abundance of things coming to them, but other people like me don't. And it's like, I'm sure that if anybody else had arranged to meet up with all those guys, they would have, at least, like, maybe some of them would have fallen through, like some of them would have ghosted, some of them would have cancelled, but all of them, that just seems very cosmic. That doesn't seem like a coincidence. Or just like, oh, an accident. Oh, it's accidentally. Everybody has cancelled. Everybody has ghosted you. It's like, no, there seems to be more to it than that. There's more going on than that. It's like, you can't say that's just a coincidence that they all just cancelled and stuff. There's got to be some higher power at work. Or even if it's not like a higher power, like there is some like mystical, magical causing me to have blockages, like energy blocks, if that makes sense. So like Becky said in that message, it probably, like, she reckons it's not the universe like deciding I'm not to have these things. She reckons it is my situation that's stopping me from having the things I want and the life I want. But I don't see how, when, like I say, I go out like virtually every other day. So why can't I have a person to meet up with for those days, whether it be just one person every time or a different person every time? Like, why can't I have that? I'm not with my mum all the time, like every second is counted for. It's just so like annoying. So I really don't get, you know, with my having to look after my mum and everything. Like if I do better, like if I get up earlier and I do more and stuff like that, will that like help or will it not? Is it a case of like I have to make this big decision to move out and leave and like start my own life, which is very like scary. Like I've never lived on my own before, and you guys know if I decide to leave, my mum is going to consider it abandonment, that I'm abandoning her, that I, you know, I'm sort of betraying her. She will see it that way. Like, because of her history and the fact that everybody else has deserted her, including my father and like all our other family members and all our friends in the past have all just like left her and us. And now I be the last one. Like, she has nobody else. So if I leave, I will be the ultimate bad guy. I will be worse than all of these because I know about all the other people leaving her and betraying her. So if I then leave, and I'm the last to leave, I'm the one and only and the last to leave, I'm going to be the biggest arsehole of all. And my mum, it would crush my mum, and I know she's not always nice, like all of the time, but she's not like that bad. Like sometimes she's really, most of the time, should I say, she's actually really nice to me, and she gives me good presents, and she's thoughtful and caring. But then the odd time she'll like start getting annoyed at me, usually because I'm not doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing and stuff, and it's a bit hard because I kind of get where she's coming from. I understand she wants me to be this fantastic carer. She wants me to keep the house spotless and immaculate and tidy, and to jump whenever she says like I need a cup of tea or I need a this and I need a that. I'm supposed to immediately that she texts and rings, I get off my arse and do it immediately. But that is very demanding. That's like a lot of work to expect one person to do. But she reckons that it's not too much trouble because she used to do it. She thinks that because she used to do everything, and she did, she used to do everything. She had a career. She cooked and cleaned a 3-story house, let alone this one, which is 2-story but big. And, you know, she raised a child all by herself. So as far as she's concerned, because she did everything, and she managed quite well, I should be able to do it too. Said she also did all of that whilst battling depression as well, so it's not even like depression that's standing in my way, because I obviously do sleep a lot. I do get tired like a lot. Like really I should be resting now. No, here we go again. Here we go again with the people going on about chasing kids. What the fuck? Seriously, I don't do that. This is just a stupid rumour that was started by you people, obviously. By you people. I had curry. I just have stuff I want to do. I don't want to be doing... I don't really want to be cooking and cleaning and like be a slave for my mum. I want to be going out. I want to be making videos. I want to read. I want to write. I want to draw. I want time for myself. I want a holiday. I want a date. I want to have a relationship. I want to have friends. I want to have a life away from my mum, but all the while still maintaining a relationship with my mum. I do want it all, and most people do have it all. But I feel like I have to, like, just choose. I can either have a life or have a mum, but can't have both. And it's just really shit, because I feel like I'm wasting time. You had curry. Everyone needs some personal time and time with other people. Yeah. My mum reckons that because I sleep a lot and go out, that's my personal time. And that's, you know, I'm having plenty. Oops, I did it again, says Kylie and me, lol. I don't know what that's about. Shall we read it? Awake sent messages, oops, I did it again, says Kylie and me, lol. Okay. I thought I did something wrong. Wishes stop locking me out, though. Yes, it would crush your mum if you leave. Not as bad as the first time, luckily, but never nice thing to have. I had curry. You had curry. Okay. I'm better since a couple of days. And oh, you got ill? That sucks. A lot of people have been getting ill lately. I hope you have good health, Issa. I think you are doing a good taking care of your mum, but slave-wise. But not slave-wise, I mean. Wish there would be more people to share the responsibility. Taking care of your mum. Kari had coronavirus. That's funny. You meant coronavirus. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna put that back down. I'm very thirsty, you know, I need a drink. So you guys think I'm doing the right thing by staying with my mum and taking care of her then? Because there's all this conflict. Some people say she's a bitch because, you know, sorry, the wind is whipping up. Some people say that I owe her everything because she brought me up and she gave me, you know, the technically 18 years of her life bringing me up. So now I owe her everything. And it's like, do I though? I mean, supposedly a parent brings up a child so that they can live their own life, not bringing them up to groom them to be like their personal carer in their own age. Surely that's not it. Like, there's loads of conflicting things on. I've started going on the Carers UK forums and reading other people's posts, and everybody has a similar experience. Everybody is usually a girl, a young woman, caring for either a husband or a mother or a dad, but mainly daughter looking after mother, I've noticed, and they all have a similar experience to mine where they feel trapped and they feel like it's taking over their life and that they are isolated and that their mother is usually being quite unreasonable and like having to go at them a lot and not appreciating what they're doing and being quite nasty. And then there's this person called Bowling Bun, as we call it. It's Bowling Bun, but whatever. My talking buddy thing pronounces it Bowling Bun. It's a cute name because it reminds me of a rabbit, like a bowling rabbit, bowling bun, like bun as in bunny, like rabbit. So bowling bunny rabbit, I think of it as. And this bowling bun keeps telling everybody that they don't owe their mother anything. That just because their mother brought them up does not mean that they have to be tethered to them for life now in their old age to be their carers. That if they wanted, me included, they can just stop being a carer if they want to live their life. If it's not working out for them, they have the right to stop being a carer. And I kind of agree with that. I think we should have the choice, like, without having to feel guilty. This bowling bun does say that, like, you don't have to feel guilty if you don't want to do it anymore because if it's taking a toll on your mental health and so on and so forth, then you should stop. Like, you have to take care of yourself first. As an offspring, you have to be a carer if you're not really thriving. Like, if you're not happy and if you're like sort of not fail, you know what I mean? If you're not feeling your best mentally, you're not really going to be any good being a carer. It's like you need self-care as well as the carer or as the daughter or son of a disabled person. And I feel like I'm not really getting much self-care. I feel like my life is just all about being a carer for my mum and is like not really much for me, if that makes sense. It's a good thing, but do the things that in your power. Maybe try to get outside help. Yeah, see, that's the thing. My mum won't let me get outside help. She doesn't want me to get another carer. She doesn't want, as she put it the other day, she doesn't want a stranger in her house and she doesn't want a stranger caring for her. She just wants me to care for her. She doesn't want a stranger caring. It's partly to do with pride because she doesn't want people to see the house, and it's partly because of fear because she's heard of all horror stories about other carers and people in the NHS like taking advantage of the people that they care for and stealing for them or beating them up or doing other bad things or, like, you know, murdering. And it's like, I have a plan for that. Like, if I was to leave a carer alone with my mum, I would pretend like I was going out for 2 hours and say, right, carer, I'm going to go out now for 2 hours. You know, see you later, see you in 2 hours. And then I'd leave, okay, and then like a few minutes later, or like 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, I would come back to catch them in the act just in case they were doing anything bad. And if I did that every time, like I say, oh, I'm going out for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, so on and so forth, and then would come back at an unpredictable time, like instead of going out for an hour, I'd come back in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. The carer would be like, oh shit, I better be on my best behavior because I never know when she's going to come home, like that sort of thing. Then it's kind of would discourage them from doing it, and do that for a while, until which time I could 100% trust them that they were doing the right thing. Oh, and plan number 2, I could put a hidden camera, a nanny cam in the house, and I could have like the screen on the other. But I forgot to suggest that to my mum, so I'll suggest that to my mum. But she'll probably just start an argument anyway, if I try and bring it up, because I already know how she feels about strangers in her, like caring for her and stuff. I kind of like understand it. It's like, did you know that apparently, according to the Samaritans, I spoke to a Samaritan when I was feeling quite low and like I didn't know what to do, and she said that I could actually get a carer for myself, not to help out with my mum, but actually take care of me. Like personally, I can get a carer. And the reason why she said that was because I talked about how when I go out, it's always on my own and stuff like that. And sometimes I struggle with shopping and stuff because it's like exhausting going shopping, and also then coming home to really care for my mum again. So she said I could actually get a carer to come with me when I go out, and I could have my own carer, which is quite cool. But I don't know how true that is. Mew. Glad you were searching information. One of the spooky moments. Yesterday I was wondering what had happened to certain people I grew up with, television-wise. One of them was a guy with the catchphrase, "Chase me," said Gay. Oh, chase me! Like that, I don't know. Chase me, said Gay. Just put telly on, and there he is on Pointless, apparently had a stroke. Now he says he's changed his catchphrase to push me. Oh dear, stroke's not good. That means you're gonna die. Everyone I've known who's had a stroke has died a year later. My granddad included, by the way. Anyway, let's read these text to text. So this is Holly. I'm going to rename her, create new contact. She was on my this phone, actually, the one I'm live streaming on. But obviously, since changing phones, I haven't put her in. Holly. I've forgotten her last name. Not really 100% sure. Alaska. Seriously, BBC? I did not put BBC. I put can, so I can add you. BBC. It's put a C instead. Oh, you idiot. Pose for you. Mew. Why is he putting it? Winky face. So I can add his name as well. Create new contact. No, that's not how you spell that. Still not how you spell that. There go too many people named that. Here's the person who ghosted me. See, I put like a million messages after he ghosted me and he has not said anything. A million messages. I don't normally do that actually. I don't bother with people when they ghost me. Baolingbun. Share what I said because it's a VN. What's a VN? I basically was cruel while saying he's doing his authority and you were slagging him off on the live stream. But I don't remember where. I didn't do it.
Right, Brad. I want you to listen to this voice now because I need to be honest with you. And I am going to be honest. I was I'm going to be a bit vulnerable to you about this situation because it's very elsewhere. They might have opinions on me, that's fine, I don't care. But if it's concerning someone, worried about something, of
Full
course
of
we're gonna
energy
talk
again.
about it. You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure thanks just being for Jim. I'm lazy and cozy watching the stream and you.
People always talk about that's
Yeah,
the truth. I will
I'm
always talk, you'll always talk. Everybody talks. But
being lazy
you
as well.
cannot, right, just push your friends away.
I wouldn't say that's
Push your
being.
friends
I don't know how to
away.
stop
You
it.
really can't.
I don't think that was really being cruel though. To be honest, sorry, I just walked away. Um, yeah, I've been on the forums. It's quite fun. I've just put my own story there now, for the first time. I've tried to convey the whole thing as much as I can. It's quite a long post, but it's actually not as long as you'd think it would be. So that's good. But I told them I was going to explain my situation in a series of posts. And, different before I make a decision, because it is a huge decision to leave home and abandon my mum, who's got disabilities and who is afraid of, like, strangers coming into a house to care for her. It's like, if we could make an arrangement where she could get someone in while I'm still living here, that would be more ideal, because I could keep an eye on this other carer. But if I leave home and she ends up having no choice but to have, like, other carers in, I won't be able to keep an eye on her then, and she'll be even more vulnerable, and I don't want to be responsible for putting her in a vulnerable situation. And knowing that she has nobody but me, if I then leave, I've then put her in a vulnerable situation where who knows what the carers are going to be like that come in to look after her after that. She's just so paranoid that they're just going to be abusive. And I know my mum will be cursing my name. she's gonna be cursing my name if anything bad happens to her after I leave. It's gonna be terrible. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, and kind of it's not her being abusive. It's like more like just her feeling betrayed and stuff. If she does like slag me off after I leave, it's kind of bad. If I left her, it's just a really difficult situation. Like if my mum wasn't disabled, like proper disabled, and she was still expecting me to do all this stuff, and she still talked to me and treated me the way she did, obviously I would leave. I would definitely go, no, I'm not doing this. Or at the very least I would just stand up and say, no, I'm not doing this. You can do it yourself. You know, you can get your own tea, you can get your own food, you can clean the house. I'm not doing it. I'll do my fair share, yes, but I'm not going to do everything, and I'm not going to wait on you hand and foot. Absolutely, I would put my foot down and say that if she wasn't disabled, but still treating me this way and getting me to do everything, then obviously, yeah, then I would object. But the fact that she physically can't do a lot of stuff, like she can do some stuff. Don't get me wrong, I mean, she's not like permanently just stuck in one spot. She can move about. She can get her own tea. But now she has breathing problems, so it's more difficult. So, obviously, in that situation, it's a bit hard. And I feel like if I just leave because I'm like, you know, I want to have a life and I can't do this anymore, I feel like I can't be asked doing it anymore. You know, it's kind of a bit shit, isn't it? It's going to be a bit shit if I do that. So in that situation, it's a bit tougher. Oh, it's gone to the end for some reason. Why has it gone to the end?
Right.
No, not...
Get pissy and think, good, have a good life and all that isn't the way to go about it. Like,
I'm lazy. I like being lazy. I am lazy.
And hear
That's why it's...
and you'll speak as well.
That's why it's not... I'm not in the best situation for me, because I am a naturally lazy person. I'm not... I'm lazy as in I don't like to cook and clean, but I don't mind doing some stuff. I just don't want to do everything. I do like my lazy lounging around time as well. So that's why I'm not really a good carer, because I am a naturally lazy person. I don't like fetching and carrying for someone. I don't like looking after someone. I don't like cooking. Actually, I don't mind cleaning, but I don't like getting dirty. So, you know, and getting into like all stuff. Like if I clean, sometimes I have to go like this, and it's really uncomfortable, you know. And then I start getting pains here, and my back aches and everything, and my neck aches. So that's why I don't like cleaning. But actually cleaning is not that bad. It's quite therapeutic cleaning, I will admit. Like yesterday I was like cleaning this thing. Unfortunately I knocked a bunch of stuff over, so that angered me, and it went like this glass of water went everywhere along with a bunch of other stuff which got wet. But luckily my mum dried it all off. She didn't expect me to do it. She did it all herself and let me carry on hoovering. So I was only supposed to be hoovering, you know, but I ended up cleaning this table that's like a upholstered table, and like I say, it was fine. I enjoyed doing it, but I had to like lean and crouch like this, and it wasn't comfortable. And also I knocked a bunch of stuff off, so I got very angry. I did get very angry, and I will admit my mum was really great. She was supportive when I was getting angry. She was trying to calm me down. She didn't get angry at me. She was like trying to calm me down, and she was giving me like solutions and everything. And she said, oh, well, you should have really taken everything off before cleaning it, not... And I was like, yes, I know that, but I wasn't really expecting to do that, so I wasn't prepared to do that. So I just thought I'd just be real quick just wiping it over, do you know what I mean? But she said, leave all that stuff. I will sort that stuff out. You go back to doing what you're supposed to be doing, which was hoovering and doing the dinner, which I'm supposed to be doing right now. So I'm going to go do that now before she starts moaning. She does moan a lot, though. I will admit the times when she gets really abusive, though, is when she's very ill, which is weird because you'd think she'd be a bit more docile when she's having breathing problems, or after a heart attack, or after breaking a hip. But after, especially the heart attack, she got really nasty and horrible. That's when we had our proper, like, big blowout arguments. And, She washed her hair because I can smell shampoo. And when she had the breathing problems really bad from 2020 to 2021, she got really nasty and horrible to me, to the point, like, the breathing problem thing was the worst one because I actually self-harmed for the first time ever. Like, I've never felt the need to self-harm ever, but she was just really frustrating me at the time. She was arguing with me intensely about everything, like the smallest things, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I started hitting myself. I just didn't know what to do. One person shouldn't have to do all the work. No, definitely not. Tell mum that you are tired and need some own time, life, and their carer in the house would be a good option. Yes, other carer in the house would be better. But I wanna be me, you know. I want to be who I want to be and who I know I am, which is, unfortunately, I am a lazy person, I'm a selfish person, and I kind of want to be free to sort of be that way because it makes me happy. Like, being lazy and just doing my own thing and doing things for me makes me happy. Doing things for other people, it's okay, but like I say, I don't mind doing some things, but like I say, it's doing everything. It's too much. It's too much. I don't mind making efforts for people. Having a chill day, how about you? Oh, you're just talking and ignoring me. Rude. See, I am a confirmed narcissist, and if people are not talking to me or talking about me, I will explode. So I'm just gonna go sulk. Hope you're alright. Interesting. Hello, Wall. How about you? How about Daisy here? I'll just talk to the ceiling. Here you go. Isn't that cute? The wall will listen to me, you know. The wall is a very good friend of mine, you know. I like the wall. The wall listens to me. And the wall never interrupts. And Pads, same with him, like, you know. I'm like, yes, I'll talk to him as well. He listens as well. He's wet at the moment. Don't know how he's gotten wet. Aren't you cute? I'm sorry. I've put his little waistcoat on his casual one. I'm fine, lazy, and watching the stream. I have to do some things in a couple of minutes. Oh, here we go. I know. Yeah, I'm coming in just a minute. Ew. This feels wet on the outside. How is it wet on the outside when the sauce is on the inside? This. Oof. Sure, it's okay still. Oh, it doesn't smell so bad when you get it out. Oh. Like I say, she's being nice, so at this point we've got to reward the behaviour. Okay. Sorry about that. Because she moaned about the wrong type of plate. I gave her a bowl instead of a plate. Gosh, we don't need any more potatoes. We've got about a million of the damn things. Mentos. Hey, check it out, I've got the Pokemon one again. Or is that just an old one? It might have been an old one. Hope it's still okay then. Where'd it go? What did I do with it? Oh, it's there. Hooray! Disgusting behaviour it is. Disgusting behaviour. I've got some new drawings of Fluffer Puffer Ruffle Puffers if you want to see. Also, I've got furry, not safe for work art as well. If you want to see it, it'll be on my Patreon, okay? I wonder if anybody would like to join my Patreon and see the lovely, not safe for work art that I've got. I haven't put it on yet, but I'm going to. I'm not sure whether to put it on my art one or my normal one. And I've also got cute art for you as well. So Fluffer Puffer Ruffle Puffers. We all love the Fluffer Puffer Ruffle Puffers, don't we? Cute round fluffers. Aw. Cute and round. Isn't that sweet? Cutest fluffs. Oh, the cutest paws. The cutest. That doesn't smell so good. Did my mum say she cleaned out this bowl? I can't remember. But she cleaned it out. Fluffer puffer, fluffer puffers, fluffer puffer, fluffer puff, puff, puff. Fluffer puff, puff, puff. Fluffer puffer, fluffer. Fluffer puffer, ruffle puffers. The cutest puffs. The cutest paws. The cutest puffs. The cutest ones. Puffs, puffs. Puffs, puffs. Puff. The feast. Yeah, you got the sticks and the... Just because this video doesn't play. It's like, well, I can't help it if it doesn't play. It works for me. I mean, I did see the problem initially, but I corrected the problem, and this person is still saying that it's not working. So it's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I've done everything I can to make the video work. So it works now. Oh, Fluffers, you still in bed? Naughty Fluffers. Here we go. Look at this fluff. Feast. Feast. Cutest little thing you've ever seen. Ah. You've ever seen a nice fluff ball. The cutest puff. The cutest puff. Doesn't Fluffers look cute from the back as well as the front? Look at the paws. Isn't that the cutest? No. I've got this for sale as well. I'm advertising. So it's called a turquoise. That doesn't look turquoise to me. That looks baby blue. But whatever. I've got this turquoise Nintendo DS Lite for sale. And it's in good, very, 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 very good condition. You can't have my game though. You can't have the game, but you can have this. So I don't have enough games as it is. I've got a new one. I don't really like this one. It's just that I can't possibly have two of them now, can I? So I may as well sell this one. So, and you are able to haggle, if you like. But I must absolutely insist no less than £1,000. I'm just kidding.
Doing a lot of yakking again. What are you complaining about now?
I'm not complaining, I'm trying to sell this. I'm advertising it. Brand new, in brilliant condition. How much do you think it could go for?
I don't know, you have to do research.
I can't remember how much they were.
You have to do research. Type it in.
£30 or something. Trying to look at the back, it's supposed to have a price on the back here. Annoying. I see a 7.
I was saving them for me.
Oh yeah, you can have the rest of those melons.
Things have to wait.
Sorry everybody, I don't know.
Now.
No, it's nearly finished. It's nearly ready. Oh yeah, several weeks for the new melon. I know.
Oh, not so bad food.
I was going to say, because this food's nearly ready. So if you guys want this, I will do. It's very nice and small and cute, but you can't have the games. The game's mine. No less than £30, I don't think. I think 30 plus pounds. So if you want to give me more money, that's great, but no less. Give 100. I'll take 100 for it. There you go. Just to make sure. Look. Plus postage and packaging, of course, depending on where you are. Definitely need to be compensated for that, because you know what? I sold a TV for £30. I know it's stupid, right? And I only made £4 off of it after all the postage and packaging, which was included. Stop making that mistake again.
Kirsty, can you stop doing what you're doing now?
I am doing. Look, I'm here. I have to focus on this. I have to focus on this.
What's she wearing?
Clothes.
Oh, right, so you have to get changed. You've got brews to make.
I do?
And yeah.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know I had brews to make.
Well, you're the one that left me with no brews.
I avoided cutting his head off.
You need to get a move on.
I am doing. For God's sake.
Realise.
What were you trying to say?
I've no idea, Kirsty. Shocking.
Shocking.
that's got 20 steam on it.
Okay.
I'll tell.
Sorry, Puffs, I've got to put you down.
Is that alright for it doing that?
Well, I'm trying to stir it, but I have to clean one of
I've got
these.
nothing clean.
Yeah. Right now it can be turned down. It's okay, I'll be as quick as pie.
I've known you go upstairs and you disappeared for over an hour, so I don't know what. And all you've done is go for a wee, according to you.
This isn't working now too good anymore.
I better check him up in Fraser.
Right, that should be. So remember, if you want this, it's only less than £30.
And don't get to turn the light out while you go upstairs.
Is it in battery?
Did you
What?
hear me?
What?
Turn the lights out when you go upstairs.
I know. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you this. The battery lasts. Oh yeah, the battery lasts for ages. I forgot to mention. I'll show you it works. Hang on. So you just slide that up, and it works. See? Oh, it's gone to chat, I think. And it lasts. I've had this running for days, and it's been turned on as well, like the whole time. It's cute, isn't it? I love it. I love it. Let me do the volume. Where's the volume? What am I pressing? Okay. So as you can see, it works. I'm going to turn it off now. So the battery lasts for 8. And when it flashes red, it needed charging. Now, I'm not sure if I could give you the battery, because I think the charger I've got right now is the only one I've got. And I have another DS I need to charge. So I'm not sure if I could include the battery, but I'll see. I mean the charger. But I will see. I will try my best to look for the other charger for my other DS. But right now I've just got one charger between these two at the moment. So if you could buy your own, or if you have your own already, that would be great. And I would just be selling you this. But if you absolutely must have the charger, I'll try my best to find it. But like I say, things keep just like disappearing in the house, and it's really annoying. You. Oh, most likely. There it is. See, it does say it, but it's covered. Let me take it out. This is it here, isn't it? Oh, there you go. Slot 2. That's power on that you slide. Volume up and down here. You can put. Oh no, that's the other one. Oh wait. 5.2 volts. I don't know what that is. Push card to eject. So you push that to eject it, and you push it back in to put it back in. That's all I know about it at the moment. Ta-da! Okay, that's enough for now. I'm going to list it on eBay, so if you want to buy it, I'll put it on eBay, and you can buy it via eBay. Or you can just send me the money via PayPal, and I'll just send it to you. Just let me research how much to sell it for first. And I'm not sure if... Well, I could always put it in the description, couldn't I? Like the eBay listing. If you want to do it that way. Anyway, goodbye for now. I'll show Fluffer Puffers next time. Sorry about that. Fluffer Puffers.